Coming up on Chief TV's Spring Show, are you ready for your license? Find out what you need to know before getting on the road.
Did you read last year's One Book, One School? Find out which book became one of the winner's box office hits and should be in your beach bag this summer.
Honors for Cherokee students, the spring musical, and what to look forward to this summer.
That and more right here on LDTV, so stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to the Chief TV Show 2017 Spring Edition. I'm Alyssa Biederman.
And I'm Josh Gladstone, both senior members of Chief TV. During the Winter Show, we took you inside the annual CHRA Fall Car Show. The success of the show now allows the club to share their love of cars for a good cause. Chief TV reporter Jack Lambert takes us back to the parking lot.
Earlier this spring, Cherokee High Racers Association held its first ever spring car show at Cherokee High School. What made this car show unique from previous ones is the fact that they were raising money for a local charity. Erica Hernich, who is one of the club members of CHRA, put together and organized this event to benefit the Animal Welfare Association.
I wanted to help a group that really needed it, and I think the Animal Welfare Association really needed everybody's help because they take really good care of their animals, and I wanted to show that we support them in a way with donations and money from the Spring Car Show.
In order for the car show to be possible, members and advisors of CHRA needed to work hard to make sure everything was ready to go before the day of the car show.
It was a lot of preparing. A lot of the media helped me through the Facebook page that we made and asking other car groups how to make a successful car show. A radio host named Ben also helped me a lot since with his experience, as well as my father and my brother, since they're all into cars. They all helped me figure out what's the best way to make the car show the most successful.
The Spring Car Show was a huge turnout. A lot of people showed up to this event with their pets to support the Animal Welfare Association. Mr. Mark, who was one of the advisors for CHRA, was also pleased with not only the show, but being able to raise money for the Animal Welfare Association.
The Spring Car Show was wonderfully successful. It's been one of the better car shows we've had. We had over 110 cars there. We haven't had that type of turnout since we were at Walmart in excess of 10 years ago.
I also asked Mr. Mark to see if the club is going to do another car show that involves fundraising.
I think there's a possibility of us doing another car show that would involve fundraising, but it would really involve the type of students that we have running and involved in CHRA.
This event was run by CHRA, and thanks to Erica Hernich and to all the club members of CHRA, the club raised about $300 that will go towards the Animal Welfare Association. For Chief TV, I'm Jack Lambert.
Muscle cars may not be your thing, but chances are if you are a high school student, you at least want to access a set of wheels. Most students want their license, but do you know all the steps you need to take to get it? Brandon Herr lays out the path to success to get that important card.
Obtaining a driver's license is on the mind of every high school student. Understandably, many are overwhelmed by all the requirements and steps it takes to get there. I spoke with Mrs. Chachko, a driver's ed teacher, Mr. Fitzpatrick, a driving instructor, to help students gain knowledge and specifics on getting their license.
So for getting your license, you have to pass the written test. You have to be 17. And then you can go to the DMV. Some additional things that we do is the simulators, just to kind of get their eyes bouncing from road to their speedometer, so that they can see what's going on with their dashboard as well. The written test is a compilation of questions from the manual. To prepare for it, we suggest the kids take practice tests. There is an app from the DMV that they can download and that they can study from that app. That really is helpful for them. And then to also read through the manual themselves. And then if they pass that, they can then progress on to 6 hours, which is with the driving school, 6 hours behind the wheel driving instruction.
Doing these steps in the classroom becomes a reality when students actually get behind the wheel with an instructor.
Most difficult part is not getting nervous. Then just take it easy and take their time and stay focused. The purpose of the 6 hours, all the schools are teaching, you got to learn how to parallel park, how to control your car on turns, stopping distances, speed control, all that. Well, you have to have an emergency brake in the middle if you have a console. If they have no console where the person in the passenger seat can get their foot over to the brake, you can use that car. But you also have to have the red stickers on the license plate. That's what everybody forgets. Yeah, the cones outside are my cones. We put them together with the help of the custodial staff. And you can come up here and use them anytime you want, and they can parallel park. Yeah, just stay focused and take your time. Speed comes.
When going for the road test, be sure to have 6 points of ID. Refer to your driver's ed manual to educate yourself on the documents and their value. By this point, students should have the foundation and the knowledge to go take the road test. Applying these skills can keep you safe from permit to license. These steps are echoed by Junior Bryce Becker, who is currently going through the process.
Right now, in the license process, I have my driver's permit. Yes, I have done my 6 hours. I did it over the summer. Yeah, I'll definitely be using the Cherokee cones outside for like parallel parking, stuff like that. It'll be great practice. Next, after my driver's permit, I'll be taking the test on my birthday and hopefully getting my license that day. Based on what I've done so far, I mean, one major thing, kind of like what Mr. Brando taught me, is just always stay focused, be aware of your surroundings, always just be alert. That's such a big thing about driving, is being alert, and it'll keep you safe. It'll definitely keep you safe.
If students can remain focused in the classroom and behind the wheel, this should make the process less overwhelming. Practice will pave the way for safely getting your license. For Chief TV, I'm Brandon Hearn.
Speaking of focusing in the classroom, we are coming to the close of the 2016-2017 school year. With only a few weeks of school remaining, moving up a grade as well as moving up levels in classes bring a level of pressure thinking about next year's schedules.
The hardest jump is going to be from sophomore to junior. I mean, that's the period of time I usually see students who are going to really get a need to become sophisticated and the better student they need to be. Partially because it's the time you're going to be playing. If you're going to plan to go to college, that's where you really got to show your mettle. Most of the students, by the time they're there, they're ready for it, though. Every year is going to be harder, but usually you get ready when you get there. But I think there's a different culture when you move over to north from south, to the upperclassmen. I think there's a change in culture there, which you'll find yourself stepping into pretty quickly.
If you would like to get a jump on preparation, Cherokee offers several summer enrichment programs. They include SAT prep, college essay writing, and readiness for writing, Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and geometry. Depending on the course, they run 1 to 4 weeks during the morning to early afternoon at Cherokee. You can sign up using the links on the district or school websites. The votes are in, and this year's One Book, One School winner is Hidden Figures. The story follows 3 African-American women that battled racism and sexism to become successful NASA mathematicians. You might recognize the title from this year's awards season, where the film adaptation was nominated for 3 Oscars and won the Outstanding Cast Performance at the Screen Actors Guild Awards. Take the time this summer to go back and read the book, which reached #1 on the New York Times nonfiction bestsellers list, so you can join next year's summer reading conversation. If you want to break up your book reading this summer, or might like to take a stab at writing yourself, Shannon Rizzo knows where you can log on to get your creative fix.
Are you a writer, poet, or artist? Do you wish to submit your work for an audience to see? Perhaps The Scribe is for you. You may be wondering, what exactly is The Scribe?
The Scribe is our school's literary magazine, and we include poetry from students, we include short works of prose, so it really is an arts magazine for all students.
Now that you have heard of this amazing school-wide magazine, you may be wondering where to find it.
Readers can find The Scribe on our Tumblr page, which is linked through the main Cherokee webpage. We actually do not have a paper copy of The Scribe. We used to. Years ago, when we had more students who were interested, we had tons of submissions to the point that we had to turn students away. What we found in the past few years is that there's been a low level of interest, so we get very, very few submissions, and we can't really justify a print publication. However, if more students get interested and publish their work and want to be included in Scribe, want to see their work published, then we can maybe go back to having a print edition, which would be really, really nice for the student.
For a school-run magazine like The Scribe, submissions are what keeps it running. If you want to help keep The Scribe in circulation, here's what you can do.
You can sign up to join the Scribe by just showing up to a meeting. The meetings are announced each month in the morning announcements, and also you can email me, Mrs. Delgercio, rdelgercio@lrhsd.org, or you can email Cherokee Scribe, which is cherokeescribe@gmail.com.
For Chief TV, I'm Shanna Rizzo.
As the Scribe gets ready to say goodbye to their senior editing staff, another group at Cherokee honored the moving on their own. The Cherokee High School Naval Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps celebrated the annual change of command ceremony Thursday, May 18th. The ceremony acknowledges the work of the graduating class and kicks off the duties of the rising members. Congratulations to the 2017-2018 commanding officers. The class of 2017 danced the night away at the Constitution Center in Philadelphia Friday, May 12th. Congratulations to prom king and queen Eric Jemba and Hannah Schilling.
Cherokee Students Against Destructive Decisions walked in the Anti-Defamation League's annual Walk Against Hate at the Philadelphia Naval Yard Sunday, May 21st. As part of the No Place for Hate initiative, the group raised close to $1,000 for the cause. As always, we're honored by our chiefs taking steps in the right direction. When we come back, the times are changing for high school baseball players. I'll tell you what new rule is being implemented in New Jersey, as well as a wrap for other chief athletics.
There is a new contest for the students in the district coming in September. Found out how you can get involved.
That's more, so stay tuned.
Do you have an interest in broadcasting, filming, or TV? Then join us at this year's Chief TV Camp, where you'll learn many of the skills needed to create a cinematic masterpiece, such as writing a script, shooting different video angles, speaking on camera, working a live broadcast, as well as an introduction to editing. The camp meets Monday, July 31st through Thursday, August 3rd, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Cherokee High School's TV studio. The 2017 Chief TV Camp. See chieftv.org for more details.
Welcome back to the 2017 Chief TV Spring Show. This May, Cherokee Drama put on a performance of Anything Goes. After 5 months of rehearsals full of acting, singing, and lots of tap dancing, the show ran 4 successful performances. Congratulations to the cast, crew, and directors, and a special shout out to senior participants for leaving on a high note. Speaking of great performances, we have the LDTV Awards District Sideline Reporter of the Year to bring our sports report.
Thank you, Josh. Gone are the days of marathon pitching performances for New Jersey high school baseball fans. The NJSIAA implemented a 1-year pilot program this season, capping pitchers at 110 pitchers in a single outing and 140 over a 5-day period. The mandate also incorporates rest days based on the number of pitches thrown and requires home teams to provide an adult pitch counter at games. The rule has met mixed emotions from coaches and players.
We trained our pitchers to understand what the rule was, and we had trained more pitchers this year than in the past to pitch at the varsity level. So we kind of incorporated that into our game plan preseason.
Following this year's pilot program, it will be interesting to see how the sanctions might adapt for next season. Moving over to boys track. Congratulations are due all around. E.J. Bard, Trey Cabbage-Stock, Terrence Graves, and Will DeLendick ran to 4th place in the 4x100 at NJSIAA Group 4 Championships. The Chiefs teams also grabbed 3 of the 6 medals in the 3,200-meter run. Jack Shea grabbed 1st, Nick Falk 3rd, and Chris Spizak 6th. Chris was actually the first freshman in school history to qualify for the state championships. Now let's jump over to the girls' team. Mackenzie Rabinowitz ran down the coach for an inside look.
Here at Cherokee, we have athletes who do track and field all year and athletes who do track and field in their off-season to stay in shape.
The Cherokee Spring Track team is one of the biggest sports of the spring season. Mrs. Castor, the jumping coach for the team, explains the goals she had for this team coming into the season.
Some of our goals for the team are just to really come together and to be like a family. Specifically for my jumpers, some of our goals are to really learn the technical pieces of each jump and, to achieve their personal records, their PRs, and to really just up the technique.
Mrs. Castor feels very strongly that her goals for the team were accomplished.
I definitely think so. I think this team has really come together. You know, we see a family aspect to them. With my jumpers, especially yesterday, for instance, 2 of my jumpers achieved their lifetime personal records. Maddie Fearon jumped 5 feet 2 inches and won 3rd overall in the meet and was 2nd team all conference. And Joelle Wash achieved her lifetime best in triple jump. She went 33 feet 10.5 inches, finished 4th overall, and was 2nd team all conference.
There you have it. Track and field includes many amazing student athletes who work hard and have fun doing what they love. If any of this interests you, come out and show everyone what you got. For Chief TV, I'm Mackenzie Rabinowitz.
After all that talk about the spring season, it's hard to imagine preparation for the fall is right around the corner. Gwen Henge checks out what athletes need to do this summer to get in shape for the coming season.
If a student is trying out for a fall sport, they may not know where to turn. For more information, stay tuned.
Many student athletes train here at Cherokee for months before any of their sports seasons. Student athlete Anna Mansell tells what she does for training over the summer and how training can help anyone trying out in the long run.
If they've never played before, it gets them introduced to it and to the players and the coaches. But if they have played it, then again, it gets you introduced to the players and the coaches and just helps you get ready for the high school season.
One of the fall sport coaches, Mrs. McGinley, also shares her opinion on how training could benefit their tryouts into their fall season.
This year, and I want my athletes to be ready to go on August 14th. I don't want to spend a lot of time, nor do I have a lot of time, to get kids in shape. So if we're out of shape and we're tired and I have to spend time getting kids in shape, then I'm losing on skill work. I'm losing on team and game situations. So being in shape and ready to go when the season begins is very important.
Many students just coming into high school struggle to contact teachers and coaches that may be able to help them. Here at Cherokee, many coaches have training available to students over the summer.
Summer training is more than just physical training. It produces more than just physical results. It builds mental and social skills as well.
Not only does it help physically train you, but you're with your teammates, so you're getting a stronger bond with everyone.
Make sure you take advantage of as many opportunities as possible. For Chief TV, I'm Gwen Henge.
If you are interested in playing this fall, it's important to get registered and begin the paperwork for eligibility. Check out the link on the school website. You can download and complete the physical and medical packet and pay your activity fee online. Pay attention to all deadlines.
Seniors might remember former NBA star Chris Herron's visit to our school. Herron realized his dreams of playing in the NBA only to lose it all to drug addiction. Drug and alcohol free since 2008, he shared his inspirational story with the students of Cherokee back in 2013.
You know, there's certain stories that I tell at certain schools, and there's other stories I save for other schools. So I try my best to get down on the high school kids level.
Soon after the release of his memoir, Basketball Junkie, in 2011, Herron established the Herron Project as a way to assist individuals and families struggling with addiction. The Defy the Issue campaign will once again welcome Herron to the district this fall. Now you have the chance to help promote this year's event. He will be speaking at each school during the day, as well as an evening presentation for parents and other members of the community. The contest rules are: any Lenape District student may submit a video or may submit multiple entries. The entries may not exceed 2 minutes and may not use any registered or trademark logos or images other than those currently used by and created for the Lenape District. All entries uploaded to your personal YouTube account must be received by Friday, September 22nd, 2017 via email to ledtv@lrhsd.org.
Speaking of video contests, Mrs. Katzman's TV2 class placed in the top 30 New Jersey films for the 10-day Film Fest. The class's film, The Gift of Time, played in the Film Fest Thursday, May 25th at Burlington's Regal Cinemas.
Several Cherokee family members deserve recognition for their efforts. Congratulations to Students of the Month for April: freshman Brianna Fereni, sophomore Quinn Pence, juniors Melissa Zunbrum and Jared Selko, and senior Alyssa Wadusky. Cherokee's April Employees of the Month are special education teacher Amy Bodine and math teacher Beth Bianchi. That'll do it for the 2017 Chief TV Spring Show. That will also do it for all the seniors here at Chief TV. Honestly, Alyssa, I'm going to miss it here.
Me too. It was a really big part of my life for the past 4 years.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of great memories. Stuff I cannot wait for For all of us here, I'm Josh Gladstone.
And I'm Melissa Biederman. For everyone here in Studio B105, thank you and have a great summer.